Hi fellow traders, I'm making this video to share my trading plan of EUR NZD with you. First of all, I would like to let you know why I chose EUR NZD to trade today. I'm not choosing any major pair because we do not know how long these pairs like Euro USD, GBP USD, OD USD, NZD USD uh, are gonna keep falling. How long they're gonna keep falling, we do not know yet because we do not know how long this Russia-Ukrainian war will continue. And even if this war will continue, there is no uh, certain bearish that it's not gonna keep causing bearish movement in all these pairs, because there is another factor which can weaken US dollar in upcoming months or upcoming weeks, and that factor is uh, related to investment in the stock market. So right now, if we look at the overall situation of all these major pairs, they have been falling, and they are falling because this Russia-Ukrainian war has crazily impacted the supply of food, oil, and gas to many countries like them. And since US is a safe haven currency and US itself is a oil and gas producer, it has not been as impacted as European Union or Australia or other New Zealand or maybe UK. However, upcoming days can show a totally different scenario in the US economy. To control the inflation, US is increasing the interest rate, which is actually exacerbating the condition of US stock market. US stock market has been falling for many weeks already, and this fall can continue if they will further increase the interest rate. And if the central banks have to deal with the inflation, they have no other choice than increasing the interest rate. So many significant analysts, including the World Bank, has been talking about a probable recession. So the question here is whether international investors are going to pull out the money from the US stock market or not. So if the US stock market will keep falling, there are chances that international investors, I mean, I'm not talking about the individuals, I'm talking about hedge funds, mutual funds, corporate investors, as well as individual investors. They're going to pull out the money. So if they're going to pull out the money from the US stock market, it will not just cause the further decline in the stock market, but also will cause the decline in US dollar. So even the US dollar has gained in last many months against many other currencies, the further gain in the US dollar can be compromised because of this scenario. So you can look at what's happening, for example, on USD CHF. See, this rise was caused because of 75 basis point increment in the interest rate of uh, USA, but this fall caused by just 50 basis point increment in the interest rate of Switzerland. So the impact of I mean the US dollar index will be impacted, and many currencies will be trading in against US dollar in a very different way. That's why trading any major pair, whether it's USD CHF or Euro USD, there is no certainty what's going to happen in upcoming weeks if the war continues. So I chose so that's why I'm trading those currencies which are like equally impacted or similarly impacted by the war, and which are going to be probably similarly impacted by the further consequences of the war, because almost every country is now increasing interest rate. This is not the story of only European Union or Switzerland or USA. Like Switzerland increased interest rate, uh, USA increased interest rate, UK increased interest rate, and almost all countries are now considering to increase the interest rate. So this is totally unpredictable now what's going to happen in upcoming days. So I'm rather trading Euro odd or maybe Euro NZD. But uh, question right now is, why did I decided to trade Euro NZD to the downside, whereas I have a similar setup on Euro odd? So Euro odd is also uh, turning down from the upper band of the Bollinger, and if we talk about trading the Bollinger Band, we can sell at the upper band and close at the mid band. However, I'm not trading euro against Australian dollar, because Australian dollar is already losing against New Zealand dollar after reaching significant resistance zone. If you look at the odd NZD, see here. So if we look at I discussed this already in a trading plan I posted on June 17. So if you look at that trading plan, you'll get to know that I'm already in a sell position in odd NZD, which is why I'm not gonna buy odd against any currencies. So rather than buying Australian dollar versus euro, or in other words selling euro odd, I'm choosing euro NZD. So this is how I have chosen euro NZD. And now let's talk about uh, what is the trading plan here. So this is basically a fundamental scenario, but the technical scenario is all about trading the Bollinger Band on daily time frame. Now this MACD predictor is irrelevant in this trading plan, so I'm hiding this. So basically I'm trying to sell at the upper band and close at the mid band. So this is going to be a sell position. But now the question is, when exactly do you decide to sell? Can you sell just because the price touched the upper band? No. Price can touch upper band and can even continue to the upside. For example, look at here. Price touched the upper band, slight retracement, continuation to the upside. Price touched the upper band here, then there is a big bullish candle to the upside. So we cannot say that the price touched the upper band and this is the right opportunity just because of the band and we can just open a sell position. We need to find out a triggering factor to confirm that the price is going to return to the downside after touching the upper band. And a single day downward move cannot be sufficient triggering factor. So even though yesterday there was a downward move, this candle was very small compared to the previous bullish candle. So I did not make my mind to sell euro NZD even after closing of this bearish candle. I was waiting for further continuation to the downside for further confirmation. So now I'll go to 1 hour time frame and I will let you understand how I'm trying to trade this pair. So after this initial fall to the downside, the question remains on the table that whether this is going to continue to the downside, and if it will continue to the downside, then there is a high chances that this Bollinger Band trading will be very good idea and price will at least touch this mid band or can even go beyond this mid band to the downside, but our target will be at this mid band. So initial fall was not the sufficient triggering factor because this was the fall that caused this daily candle. However, I'm waiting for market to give me the confirmation of further bearish movement. So here I can see there is a descending triangle, and these things are not relevant now, so I'll hide them. None of these is being used in this analysis, so let me hide them. Okay, yeah, RSI is however relevant because anyway RSI is below 50, and when this descending triangle was being formed by the price action, RSI was trying to stay below 50, and there are just a few instances when RSI somehow touched the 50 line. However, RSI never stayed above 50. So RSI can be a factor by which we can understand that bears are still stronger and price is not going to return from here to the upside. But I will wait for this descending triangle to be clearly broken. So there are two ways you can enter this trade. One is to like sell right now because price is already trading below this. So you can see price has broken below this baseline of the triangle here. Then prices started going to the upside, but this movement did not continue, and this fall to the downside by bigger magnitude within 42 minutes is a huge proof that the bears are in charge, and bears are more powerful than the bulls here in case of euro NZD. So you can sell euro NZD right now. If you are a very conservative trader, you can wait for closing of the candle, so you can wait for another 17 minutes. Right now this is 10:43 a.m. so you can wait. However, there is a risk in waiting for another 17 minutes because we do not know yet how long this what will be the size of this candle. If this candle will close far away from this baseline of the candle, you can lose many pips. So market is really moving fast here. If we look at the size of the candles, these candles are even bigger than 50 pips, that is 500 points in 5-digit pricing. So if market is going to close like 20-30 pips below this lower line of the baseline of the triangle, then you're gonna lose a lot. So now I'll leave it on you whether you want to sell right now or you want to wait for the closing of the candle below this uh, baseline of the descending triangle to uh, make sure that the triangle has been this descending triangle has been clearly broken to the downside. So in any scenario, if you find this opportunity to be suitable for you, and if you sell this, then uh, your SL and TP should be set like this. So we can simply wait for price to touch the mid band instead of setting any TP, and you can close the position, take profit at the mid band. Or if price starts going up and if any daily candle closes above this high of this candle, then you can take the loss and exit. So these are the two ways of exiting this trade, and I'm not gonna set any SL or TP, rather my team and I will be monitoring to exit that trade either on the mid band or after the closing of the daily candle above this high. So that's all about EUR NZD and this forex market analysis for today. Thank you for watching. If there will be anything else, I'll update you on Monday. Happy weekend.